Hi there, it's Julie from Inspired by Memories with another process video. Here you see I am colouring the 12 by 12 cardstock with gesso because I do plan on using water, paints and sprays. I've been saving this Echo Park paper for some time now. I have used it before on another layout, but I did actually save this especially. I really love it. I love the colours. It's so vibrant. I love the lime green yellow. And what I'm doing here is just cutting some bits and pieces out, some of the flowers and the leaves, because I don't actually have any ephemera left from this set, so I'm going to make my own. So I'm just chopping into the paper, and now I'm going to prepare my cardstock. So just a piece of plastic wrap that I'm going to use. That's from one of my pack of thickers actually. And I'm going to mark my paper where I need the paint to be, because I do intend to use a piece of this at the bottom. So just a little pencil mark to show where I can paint up to. So spraying it with mist, adding some water, and then smudging it just a tad, adding more water and moving it around to where I need it. Then we're going to add another colour, do the same. I've added a bit of green and a bit of blue there to get the colour that I need. That's perfect. So just keep moving it around the page to get the effect that you want. A few little splatters here and there. A little bit of water splashed over mists does actually leave a really nice pattern. Okay, there's a bit of yellow again. Smudge it around a bit. And I think that's it, apart from... No, I'm going to put some darker red, I think. Like a darker hot pink. Because I can't actually see that there's enough pink on there to match this paper. So I'm going to use straight from the plastic with water and just spread it around to where I need it. I'm actually really pleased with that. I decided that I didn't like the pre-formed cut shaped, so I'm going to rip it. What I want to do is have like a distressed edge to set my photograph against. So that's exactly what I've done, and now I'm going to use some distress ink and one of the little foam pads to curl it up and define it somewhat. There we go. Cut off the end and use some double-sided tape to hold it in place. I'm only putting it on the edge because I do actually want to put some bits and pieces in there later on. So just curling it over to give some height to the page. So now these are the bits that I've actually cut up, and I'm just randomly placing them around the page at this time, and a bingo card as well that I'd found. I've not got any particular place that I want to put them at the moment, but I'm just trying to get a feel for where the photo's going to go, what I'm going to back it with. Now from my scraps I found this hot pink which will go nicely. It was either that or a yellow, and I chose this pink, which I think will look lovely. So just setting that round, just a couple of centimetres frame for the photograph. Double-sided tape, and away we go. If I can peel the back off. Okay, so these are my nieces and nephews that I haven't seen for so many years now, I dare to think, and I do miss them. Obviously they don't look like that anymore. So there we are. We're going to put the bingo card behind because I love the word on there, happiness, because it was my niece's 18th birthday. at my mum's house that we had this party, and yes, we were very, very happy. So now I'm just trying to find some ephemera tags to go with this design that I've got in mind. I want to stick to the blue, so I've pulled one out there for the blue, and obviously one for the white. There is a little bit of black here and there in this design as well, hence the bingo card. So you'll see me basically moving things around and changing my mind. I do that a lot. You'll know that by now by my videos. Okay, so now we've got some text defining love, which I thought was very apt with the way I feel about these kids, and also it being Valentine's Day. So I'm going to use a piece of that, and I'm just cutting off a few tiny, tiny leaves. I really like the way this is looking now. Nice shot of my ear there. Okay, now I've got some gold tape here, washi tape, that looks really good when it's ripped. And I just wanted to inject a bit of shine because some of the bits I'm going to add later are gold. So I've just put a bit of 2 different types of washi down the bottom. And also, I think I put it at the top as well. It's a few days since I did this one now. And then I've literally ruched up some yellow cotton into a tangle, just to bring some yellow over onto that bingo card. I do like that effect. So placing some leaves and some flowers, nothing stuck down as yet, but I'm also putting some gold leaves dotted around. It's really coming together. I'm loving the way the top of the page is looking as well. So I've been in the pink box, now I'm in the yellow box. I do like a good rummage. As I say, I'm completely naive as to what I'm going to come up with. Sometimes I know what photo I'm going to use or what paper I'm going to use, but I was lucky today because I knew both. I knew I was going to use the floral paper, and I knew I was going to use my niece and nephew's paper, picture. So now I'm going to stick bits down. Now I'm happy with where each piece is going. With some good old tacky glue. My photo, however, I do want on pads to give it some height. I'm not happy with the pink straight onto the paint though, so I'm just seeing if it would look better with black. And unfortunately that bit of scraps that I've got isn't quite big enough to frame that, so I'm going to have to get something else out. But it did jump off the page once it had the black behind it, so I'm definitely going to do that. And as you can see, I've pulled out some yellow buttons down there, some odd bits of ephemera as well. There we go, another bit of scraps. I'm on a mission this month. I've got to use scraps. I've got so many. I just don't know how I'm going to use them all alongside all these wonderful new papers I've got coming in the next couple of weeks. Yes, look at that. What a difference. That's why I love this craft so much. Little tiny things make such a difference. Yep, I'm just sticking all my little leaves down. And I'm just putting a bit on that paper as well, just to make sure it's not curling too much. Now here I do put some red cotton down now, but I do take it out later because I'm not happy with it. Now this, believe it or not, I'm not actually using this on the page. That is the most awful colour, lime green yellow foam. Hence why I chopped it up and used it as backing foam. How horrible is that? But it does work well for that. So we're looking good now. Yellow cotton actually shows up more now. Now we've backed that pink with the black. So I'm happy to stick down. It's quite strange because I don't normally, I seem to have sort of done it back to front this time. I just go with the flow myself. Normally I sort of place them all where they're going, then staple them together so they don't move. I'm determined I'm going to use that every day, but it's not going to be there. And it's strange how you change your mind. And I'm really glad that I'm managing to use some stash that I've had for quite some time now. So I'll pop some foam behind the ephemera there, or it's actually chipboard, to give it a little bit more height. I wanted it to be higher than the actual photograph itself. And all the leaves now are being stuck down. Tiny little bit of glue behind them. There's my button going in. We're really pleased with the fussy cutting that I've did. It was well worth the effort. Just having a look, see if I've got anything else that will go with it. But to be honest with you, looking at it now, I think any more would overcrowd it, apart from the title, obviously. I'm actually happy with it as it is, although I do move that button. I think. Yes, I think I do. I definitely moved the red cotton. So you're going to see the title going in now, and it says missing. And the everyday that you saw me earlier on up on the blue tag goes on top. And I didn't do that till after the video, I think. So it says missing you every day. So the red cotton I replaced with another yellow button, and it does look far better. I love those letters. I had to reinforce them though with glue because the adhesive on the back was rubbish. Really didn't stick at all. So you'll see some photographs that I've taken of the layout once it's completed. Because I think looking at it face on, as you are now, it's really hard to see the depth that I've gained from using different fabrics or etc. Now I'm just threading my button. I cannot stand a naked button. You've got to have something on it. And then I'm just literally just tying it in a rough knot with a random bit of thread. And I do that with both the buttons. And it just gives a little something. When I first started to scrapbook, I used to use naked buttons all the time. And when I look back, I'm really angry with myself. Like, what is the point? Might as well use a dot, enamel dot. So I've added a little sticker, best day, and a bit of thread to that tag. A little bit of glue to hold it down so it doesn't flap around all over the place. And a nice little bow. And there we are. Thank you for watching another one of my process videos. There'll be another one following probably tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this. If you need anything, just email me or go on Inspired by Memories website. Thank you.